All right, welcome back to PlanetGenX reacts to Star Trek Picard, Episode 8. Surrender.
So I guess we're getting more than 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking the exact same thing because I was fully expecting this to be the end of the season. Forgive me, I got a stray hair or something bugging me. Damn it. Yeah, I was totally expecting this to be the wrap up, and I'm like, don't think this is wrapping up. And while you got that mentioned, I know we were talking about the episode length of some shows, and I was trying to remember what show I heard. Remember, I told you there was a show I heard that was going from 10 to 8, and now I remember what show it was. It's the new Game of Thrones show, their new second season.
Right, House of the Dragons.
House of the Dragons is only going to be 8 episodes versus the 10 it was in season 1. So, yeah, major drag, man. I liked the, I didn't watch Game of Thrones religiously. I saw the first season, but this one I did watch and I did enjoy very much. But I don't want to see episodes pulled away from stuff, man. It's getting ridiculous. It's going to be where we watch one episode. And we're going to call that a season. It's getting stupid, man. I mean, how much are we going to keep cutting this stuff? But anyway, I digress.
I'll fix it whenever I get my millions to produce what I want to produce.
That's right. Yeah, I'll be there with you because I'm planning on having a hefty sum of money as well in the near future. We're both dreamers.
Yep.
All right, Picard episode 8. I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
Yes, right.
Oh, smoking on a starship. I don't think they're supposed to be able to do that, are they?
Well, I mean, yeah, wouldn't the system be
supposed to extinguish? Well, I think they're supposed to put a force field around the because in the Star Trek episode, when they pull on the Irish people from that,
that one planet,
the one planet, and then they have to find the colony of clones that need their help.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same, came from the same ship or whatever, went to 2 different planets. Anyway, they talk about starting a fire and getting damn near suffocated to death, from that thing. So yeah, it's just a shield should have come down and just handled the whole episode for us, really.
Right, yeah.
So she lit that thing up. Oh, well, end of episode. She's done. Let's move on to find out what Jack is doing.
Right.
Yeah, somebody fucked that one up big time. Oh, well, what can we do? So, what does it say here? Well, we finally come to find out that and I wasn't sure about this, but now we know for sure because we see as this episode's gone, Jack can body surf.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it in the last episode, but I didn't know exactly what he was doing there. I didn't know if he was just like remote controlling her and she was still in there, but like I didn't really grasp it 100%. But now we totally get it. Like he can just jump into people, which, by the way, y'all, so could the pod wraith. So still maintain that he's a pod wraith. I'm still on that tip. Yep.
It's looking more like it to me.
Yeah, I think we're right on. And hey, listen, this is a Deep Space Nine heavy feeling season for sure, even though it's all TNG really, but it does have a very deep. I mean, kudos to them. They've tried to cram it all in there. They've really honored everything but Enterprise. And they did even honor that with that retro. I mentioned that last time too. The retro ship is a honorable mention.
Very limited on on that and the original. Right?
Yeah, no doubt.
But otherwise, all the stuff we grew up with.
Yeah, like how are they going to pull in that old technology to make it? Yeah, I mean they did what they could do. They knew they could put an old ship in the museum and have it there, and boom, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Come again. All right, let's see. Yeah, more Khan references, man. This feels just like Khan, but this time not Khan modern Wrath of Khan, TOS Khan. Yeah. With the old sound effects and like just the some of the feel of that original series episode. There was it had more of that, so it's still very Khan-centric. They definitely, I think, modeled Vadic definitely after him.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, well, drew inspiration, if nothing else.
No doubt. It's funny to Imzadi. Yeah, they're funny.
I can't remember the word that she said, but that was a great.
Beloved is
no.
It's
she gave a different word that was like
Yintaru.
Zintaru.
Yintaru.
Yintaru. Okay.
Baby of immense size.
Right.
Just great, man.
She called him a man baby.
Yeah, she just called him a man baby. That's beautiful. I love the interaction, and Riker's had a lot of great humor in this episode.
Yeah.
And then she has the other line, good in bed, bad at pizza. Mm-hmm. Another great line. The old Riker charm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she did better than I expected her to. You know, we only got to see her a very little bit before this. And to me, she still sounded a lot like Troy, even though she hasn't done that in forever.
Yeah. Yeah, she did a great job. And I like seeing just kind of the realness of how they just kind of seem more open to me.
Yeah.
I like finding out they both hated living on that planet.
Right.
You know, that they're just doing it to forget about, to help Thaddeus at first, really. And then kind of just stayed to help forget about it. But we didn't know that kind of the reason they had some issues was because that she used her powers to kind of keep his mind off his son. Yeah.
They never bought it up, right?
No.
This is the first we've heard of it.
Didn't know, but it's kind of a neat little thing.
Yeah.
The Worf coming in and saving the day. I love how he's well, go ahead.
I was just saying, I spent like the whole episode up until he showed like, when's Worf coming in?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in the last one, right?
Yeah, and he blows right in and instantly he's hitting on Deanna.
Yeah.
It's been changed forever since I have seen you last. I am no longer a warrior. Yeah, and more wine shade. More throwing shade on the old Chateau Picard wine. Just too great. By the way, wait a minute. And Worf's self-evaluation. Self-evaluation. Sorry.
That's okay.
Air Bunny's self-evaluation. Does that mean he was playing with himself?
Maybe.
It's kind of what I think, man. I think Worf was, and they got 2 twangers, by the way. So he has to double fist it. They do, man. You've seen Discovery. Well, you say you hadn't seen much of Discovery. They really do. I used to make a joke all the time. It's funny that it ended up this way, and I know I have no effect on what Hollywood says, but I've always made the joke that Klingons probably have some kind of wicked-looking penis, right? Well, and I think I've talked about having them having like 2 dicks or something like that because they're like dogs or something, or it was some weird like thing like a pig has a corkscrew dick or something. Mm-hmm. So you see like Discovery, you see this Klingon taking a leak and he's got 2 streams coming out, and they even talk about it like in a previous episode or something about how they got 2 dicks.
I don't think I caught that.
Yeah, so I mean, if Worf is self-pleasuring, then he's double fisting it for sure. But yeah, I wondered about that when he said that. I like seeing all this Sherlock Holmes stuff when Data's picking out all his memories. Yeah, and it's really cool that how Spot was the catalyst that really killed Lore out.
I thought it was cool to see Spot too.
Yeah, and was Jack holding a thermal detonator or what? I was having like Return of the Jedi flashbacks.
Yeah, I was like,
Yodo.
I was actually having flashbacks to the what was the short? Was it Troopers? Where they took a bunch of stormtroopers and they set it up like cops?
Yeah, it was Troops.
Troops, yeah. when like, was it Barry that came out?
I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
Like, look out, she's got a detonator.
Yeah. That's great. That was like our first fan type. Before YouTube was even a thing. Like some guys just doing it on a website, no less.
I thought it was awesome.
It was awesome, and we got to see it as it developed. Remember, like there was versions of it. Like we saw the original, and then they went back and added some effects to it, and it just kept getting better and better and better. And then they would start adding episodes to it, and it's like, wow, man, these guys are so spot on. But that's Star Wars, isn't it? This is Star Trek.
Well, that's the whole thing.
I know, right?
You know, it's a thermal detonator in the wrong universe.
It is, and they're really starting to almost become one. I think it's time for the Star Wars Star Trek crossover universe. Wouldn't that be wild? It's happened in books.
Something.
It's happened in books. I love her line at the end, man. Fuck solids. That's so great.
Yeah. I was really pissed off at Jack's. I guess the director was trying to have him get more involved with the device.
Yeah.
But he kept like doing this weird stuff with it. And I'm like, you should just be holding it.
Yes. It's not like you have to aim it.
Right.
What can you do, man? Nice data use contractions again.
Right.
Finally got his contractions.
It has a sense of humor, apparently.
Yes, I love the Jerry Goldsmith theme too.
Yeah.
That old theme from the 1979 movie was just awesome. And not since 2002, when they all get into that room, the break room, have we seen them in all the same show. 2002, 21 years. That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I don't even feel like that last movie was that long ago. Like, I feel like it was like 2009, 2007-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And I don't know why I have friendly pissed off written down here, question mark. You know why I have that written down?
Maybe that's you were wondering what's going to happen with Jack going forward. If he's going to be friendly and involved with this, or he's going to be pissed off.
Yeah, maybe. I know at the end there we saw Deanna and him looking at this red door.
Yeah.
That I want to paint black. But,
and that's one thing I can never get. Like, she's an empath. Like, they switch it up with her every now and again, right? Like,
yeah.
She's got these limited powers, so that's why she's a counselor. She can't read your mind.
Well, she's half Beta Z, so she supposedly doesn't have like the full on abilities. But yeah, they use it when it's convenient for them, and then really, govern her big time when most of the time
it suits them.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a good episode overall. Maybe the resolution
gave back a T2 send off.
Yeah, the whole shattering like a T2. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know if again, we thought this was the last episode, but I don't know if I like it being tidied up in a bow with her already or not. I don't know if I wanted to see her go all to the end. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, a couple of things I noticed. One, not only her, but also Mika seemed to be doing better in general with their performances. I think Mika settled in. She got more comfortable with the role. And I think Amanda just hit her stride.
Yeah.
With that character, which unfortunately came at the end. Because I could tell like what they were trying to do, and sometimes it just didn't come across for me the way it should.
Probably. She definitely got right there at the end. She seemed to be like, yeah, you're right. She, like, it all came together for her. And maybe that's because a lot was left on the cutting room floor we don't know about.
That's true, yeah.
And finally get to see it. Because it's like you said, we saw bits of it at the beginning when we saw more of her. When they were setting it up. And then it kind of like was more like she was just there. And then all of a sudden this last episode, she's just like full back into it. Menacing and, being Khan.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I thought the Russian roulette scene was great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for the minute there, was thinking that the Vulcan was crying, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh no, it's the other chick." I was like, "Okay, Jesus," I was about to have a meltdown, man. I'm like, "Okay, maybe when they get so worried about death, they're gonna cry." No, I don't think so.
No.
Not happening. They like the old British in that regard. Stiff up a lip, old boy.
Yeah. Logic and reason.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very much about logic and reason myself. Doesn't work too well in this day and age. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it with Picard. We have 2 more episodes.
What do you think we're going to find behind the door?
Well, I still think Pilot Race. What's behind the door? Okay, so let me refresh my memory. Help me out here. Deep Space Nine. We left Cisco. The wormhole, was the wormhole closed or is it open still?
No, I think it was closed.
Okay, and that was kind of like where the wraiths and Pirates
were emanating out.
Yeah, wherever. I guess that's heaven or whatever, for lack of a better word. The afterlife. So maybe it's there. Maybe it's a gateway to that place. And there's more.
Yeah, I kept thinking for the longest. I think you're more on the right track than I was thinking. There was some, like we had talked about, there being a changeling involved with him.
Yeah, like some kind of symbiote changeling or something.
Right, and like behind that door was the great
Great Link.
Great Link, yeah. But,
yeah, that would have been interesting for sure. But yeah, I think we're dealing with another Deep Space Nine character, the Power Wraith. So, will we see Wraiths? That's the question. Does a Wraith help us win over whatever's going on here? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, they tie it back to Picard, right? Like, obviously, there was some. Like, apparently the syndrome isn't just what they thought it was.
Is it Irumodic syndrome?
Really
did he have Irumodic syndrome? Sounds like he did because they said they took material from his corpse. So, but that wasn't what killed him. We're hearing, I'm not sure if he even had it, didn't have it. What, if it really was, who knows? I guess stay tuned. Next week we might have more answers for you on the PlanetGenX Picard reaction. In the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button so that algorithm gives us a little more hugs and love.
For real.
Yep. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.